Have you ever wondered why, despite maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and seemingly doing everything right, your legs still feel weaker? Why do stairs suddenly seem steeper? Why does it now take a bit longer to rise from a chair compared to before? Is it merely the natural process of aging? Or could there be another hidden factor silently taking a toll on your body? Prepare to be surprised by the answers. Often, the issue isn't about what you're neglecting to do. In fact, you might already be unknowingly engaging in habits that are detrimental to your health. A common mistake that many seniors make daily, often with complete confidence, stems from a long-held belief that fruits are universally healthy, natural, and beneficial. While it's true that most fruits offer numerous health advantages, there's a lesser-known truth that rarely gets discussed. Not all fruits are equally suitable for the elderly. In fact, some fruits that we consume without a second thought each week can gradually weaken the legs, cause knee pain, exacerbate joint inflammation, and make walking increasingly difficult. Fruits that are commonly promoted as healthy can, surprisingly, have a negative impact on your mobility, balance, and leg strength. As we age, our bodies undergo significant changes. Blood circulation becomes less efficient, metabolism slows down, and foods that were once beneficial can start to have adverse effects, especially certain fruits. These fruits may look harmless and taste sweet, but they often contain high levels of acids, carbohydrates, and other substances that can disrupt blood sugar levels, trigger joint inflammation, and gradually sap the strength from your legs. The most concerning aspect is that the damage occurs gradually, subtly, and goes unnoticed until one day, you experience sharp calf pain, persistent thigh discomfort, or unusual knee tightness after a short walk. Today, we're going to uncover the 7 most problematic fruits that seniors over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, pain, and weakness. Despite their innocent appearance, none of these fruits are as harmless as they seem. Once you learn the truth, you'll never look at your fruit plate the same way again. So, stay with me until the end. If you value your physical strength and wish to maintain stable, strong, and pain-free legs, this could be the wake-up call your body needs. But before we dive in, if you're serious about your health, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we reveal the truths that others don't talk about, and I want to know if you're on board. If this video resonates with you as you're watching right now, leave a 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. You might not realize how valuable your feedback is. Now, let's start with the first fruit on our list. First up is pineapple, which has long been praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. However, it may have the opposite effect on the elderly. Pineapple, a tropical fruit, is juicy and refreshing. For years, it has been hailed as a natural anti-inflammatory due to a substance called bromelain. But here's the catch. While many believe pineapple helps reduce inflammation, it could actually be a hidden culprit for seniors. Pineapple is rich in strong acids and natural sugars. These sugars are not as harmless as they appear, especially for those over 60. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate and sensitive, and they no longer respond to sugar spikes in the same way as when we were younger. Despite its benefits, pineapple floods the bloodstream with a significant amount of natural sugar, causing a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. This sudden spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, as circulation deteriorates, less oxygen reaches your legs, leading to pain, fatigue, and swelling. You might experience a dull, dragging ache in your legs after a short walk, stiffness in your knees when standing, or sudden ankle pain, even if you've been sitting all day. Moreover, pineapple's acidity can irritate joints, especially if you already have inflammation or arthritis. It's like adding fuel to the fire, exacerbating the existing discomfort in your ankles, hips, and knees. Some people even notice that their legs feel heavy after eating pineapple, as if their strength is slowly draining away. Another important thing to note is that if you're taking any medications, especially blood thinners, the bromelain in pineapple may interact with them, either increasing or decreasing their effectiveness. The most dangerous part is that the negative effects of pineapple are not immediately obvious. There are no sudden, severe symptoms or immediate pain. Instead, the damage accumulates gradually until one day, you realize that you can no longer move as freely as you used to. Sadly, Most seniors are unaware that the fruit they eat for its health benefits might be contributing to the increasing weakness in their legs each year. So, what can you do? It's not about completely avoiding pineapple, but rather being informed and cautious, especially if you've been experiencing persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling. The harm may be subtle, but it's real. If a fruit with supposed anti-inflammatory properties like pineapple can be so harmful to aging legs, what about the next fruit on our list? Let's talk about bananas, which are soft, sweet, and well known for boosting muscle power and potassium levels. However, they might be deceiving you. Bananas are often considered a great food, rich in potassium and said to provide energy, prevent cramps, and support muscle health. But for the elderly, the situation is different. Bananas are loaded with natural sugars and quickly digestible carbohydrates. When you eat a banana, your blood sugar levels spike rapidly, and your body starts to become less sensitive to insulin. Repeated spikes in blood sugar can lead to reduced blood flow, increased inflammation, and, as a result, problems for your legs. You may experience a dull soreness when walking or climbing stairs, a feeling of heaviness in your legs after meals, and stiffness in your calves. The issues don't stop there. Bananas can also cause the body to retain more fluid, especially if you have heart problems. This leads to joint stiffness, swollen feet, and puffy ankles. The effects are gradual and often go unnoticed. You eat bananas thinking they'll help your muscles, but in reality, they could be slowly sapping your strength. The worst part is that the negative effects don't hit you right away. Over time, regular consumption of bananas can make movement more difficult and increase pain. So, take a look at the fruits on your plate. If you frequently suffer from heavy, aching, or swollen legs, bananas might not be as friendly as they first seem. What if even a smaller fruit can have such an impact? Grapes, small, cute, and seemingly harmless, might actually be causing joint pain. Grapes are often seen as a healthy snack, being juicy, easy to eat, and reputed to be heart-healthy with high antioxidant content. However, many people are unaware that for the elderly, eating grapes can cause mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation. The reason lies in the fructose content of grapes. Fructose, when consumed in large amounts, can be harmful. It is directly absorbed by the liver and, when the liver can't process it all, is converted into fat and uric acid. The real trouble starts when uric acid accumulates in the joints, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees. This causes intermittent burning and swelling pain, a nagging discomfort that makes even light walking a challenge. Have you ever experienced a sharp pain in your big toe at night or unexpected calf stiffness? It could be as simple as a handful of grapes causing your uric acid levels to rise. Moreover, fructose also contributes to chronic inflammation in the body, resulting in slower movement, increased joint pressure, and stiffness. Grapes are so easy to overeat because of their small size. Before you know it, you might have consumed 2 or 3 cups, and the sugar content adds up quickly. So, while grapes may seem like a healthy snack choice, they can subtly weaken your legs, reduce their flexibility, and make them less comfortable as you age. Now you know what lies beneath their sweet exterior. If you've been regularly eating grapes and noticing increasing stiffness and swelling, it's time to be more cautious. But grapes aren't the only seemingly healthy fruits that can be harmful. Consider watermelon, a luscious, vibrant fruit known for its hydrating properties. Despite its refreshing taste and reputation as a hydrating food, watermelon might be secretly damaging your legs. Watermelon is often seen as a safe, low-calorie choice, mostly composed of water. However, the glycemic index of watermelon is surprisingly high, meaning it can raise blood sugar levels as quickly as candy. For seniors, these frequent sugar spikes can cause significant harm, especially to the legs. When your blood sugar rises rapidly, your body releases insulin, but in aging bodies, insulin regulation is less efficient, leading to inflammation, particularly in areas with poor circulation like the calves, ankles, and knees. You may feel leg fatigue right after eating watermelon, experience a dull pain during short walks, notice persistent ankle swelling, or find that climbing stairs becomes increasingly difficult. Watermelon's light texture can be deceiving. It's so juicy and refreshing that it's easy to eat large amounts, but each extra slice adds more sugar, more stress on the body, and increased inflammation. You think you're just hydrating, but in reality, your blood sugar is spiking, your circulation is being affected, and your legs are paying the price. So, does watermelon truly hydrate seniors? Or does each bite gradually increase the discomfort of movement? If you've been feeling more leg fatigue and your watermelon consumption has been inconsistent, it might be time to reassess. Moving on, let's talk about oranges, a fruit often associated with vitamin C and good health, found in juices, immunity-boosting drinks, and breakfasts. Oranges might be launching an acidic attack on the joints of seniors. Oranges are everywhere, with their fresh scent and reputation for boosting immunity due to their high vitamin C content. However, for the elderly, especially those over 60, oranges may hide an unpleasant truth. Behind their citrusy appeal is acid, which joints don't tolerate well. Oranges are rich in citrus acids, and while this may seem normal, it can cause silent joint irritation, especially if your body is already dealing with inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might wake up with gradually increasing knee stiffness, suffer from persistent hip pain, feel discomfort in your legs after sitting for a long time, notice reduced mobility, and experience more swelling. You may assume it's just the natural process of aging, but that daily glass of orange juice you think is healthy could actually be contributing to the pain you're trying to avoid. Hey race, what happens? The citric acid in oranges doesn't just affect the stomach. It enters the bloodstream and can irritate the delicate tissues in your joints. Combined with the fruit's natural sugar, it also causes blood sugar fluctuations, leading to widespread inflammation in the body. As a result, inflammation spreads to your knees, ankles, and calves, making every step feel heavier and more painful. Oranges may not pose a problem for younger individuals, but in the elderly with aging joints and slower circulation, the negative effects develop subtly over time. The hardest part is that you're consuming them with the belief that you're doing something good for your health, given their long-standing association with wellness. But now you know that they may not be as beneficial as you thought. Next, we have green apples, which look clean, crisp, and are lower in sugar, leading many people to consider them a safe choice. However, they hide something that can cause night cramps, tight knees, and hip pain. Green apples seem like a healthy, low-sugar snack, and most people, especially seniors, assume they are a better option because of their less sweet taste. But what most don't know is that green apples can subtly cause fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain. The two main culprits are malic acid and hidden natural sugars. Malic acid gives green apples their sour flavor. While it's beneficial for younger people, it can be hard on aging digestive systems. As we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive, and once malic acid enters the body, it can irritate tissues, including joints. Some elderly people experience severe hip or thigh pain after eating green apples, while others feel a mild warmth in their feet or tightness in their knees. The effects develop slowly, but over time, as the acid accumulates, the pain becomes more frequent. And then there's the sugar. Even though green apples don't taste as sweet as red apples, they still contain natural sugars that can cause blood sugar fluctuations in seniors with slower metabolisms. This can lead to calf fatigue, nighttime leg cramps, morning stiffness, or a general feeling of weakness when climbing stairs. The problem is compounded by the fact that green apples are often eaten raw as a snack, sometimes even right before bed, constantly affecting the body. Despite their healthy appearance, green apples may be subtly making it harder to walk, stiffening joints, and disrupting sleep for aging bodies. Finally, let's discuss mango, a tropical, rich, and extremely sweet fruit that can have a particularly harmful effect on the joints of the elderly. Mangoes are juicy, soft, and deliciously sweet, loved by almost everyone, especially during the summer. But the truth is, for seniors with joint weakness and leg pain, mangoes may be one of the most dangerous fruits. Why? Because they are packed with a large amount of natural sugar. We're not talking about a small amount, it's a significant sugar load that causes a sharp and rapid increase in blood sugar levels. If you're young and active, your body can usually handle this sugar spike. But after the age of 60, your metabolism changes. The sugar rush leads to an insulin spike and then a crash. And each time this happens, it triggers inflammation deep within your joints, especially in the soft tissues around your ankles, hips, and knees. If you also have nerve problems, you might experience a burning sensation in your toes, a persistent tingling, evening foot swelling, or a creeping heaviness in your legs. Mangoes are easy to overeat because they don't feel like a heavy or filling food. But the more you consume, the worse the effects become. The light and fresh feeling of mangoes is misleading. It's the sugar that matters to your body, and over time, this sugar can cause joint pain, slow down your walking, and make your legs unsteady. Many seniors enjoy mangoes, thinking they're a natural and healthy treat. While they are natural, being natural doesn't always mean they're safe for those with weaker circulation and aging joints. Now you've seen the whole picture. Despite being widely praised for their health benefits, these 7 fruits can have a dark side for people over 60. But here's the good news. There are fruits that have the opposite effect. They can help strengthen your legs, reduce joint pain, and fight inflammation. Next, let's explore these beneficial alternatives and what seniors should eat instead. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, let's talk about what you can enjoy. Eating the right fruits isn't just about satisfying your hunger. They can actually heal your body. First on the list are berries, such as blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. These small fruits are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They have a low impact on blood sugar, are rich in antioxidants, and contain relatively little sugar. Most importantly, they improve circulation, especially in the legs. By doing so, they make movement easier, reduce stiffness, and decrease swelling. Cherries are another great option, but should be consumed in moderation. Cherries can help lower uric acid levels, reducing the risk of gout and joint pain flare-ups. Just a handful of cherries can provide significant relief from sore joints and the burning sensation in your knees or toes. Avocado, although often thought of as a vegetable, is actually a fruit and one of the best for joint health. It is rich in healthy fats that reduce inflammation in the body and act as a cushion for your joints. Additionally, it helps regulate insulin, providing a steady supply of energy without causing blood sugar spikes or crashes. If you're looking for something easy to digest, try papaya. This soft tropical fruit contains enzymes that help reduce inflammation and aid digestion. It's gentle on aging joints and the stomach. And don't forget pears. When eaten with a small amount of fiber or protein, pears offer a mild sweetness without being overly sugary. They give your body the energy it needs without putting unnecessary stress on your legs. Instead of working against your body, these fruits support it, helping you avoid discomfort and swelling while promoting the vitality, balance, and comfort your body craves. Remember, it's not just about eating fruit, it's about choosing the right ones for your age and body. When you make these conscious choices, you'll start to notice the difference. Your steps will become firmer, your movements more fluid, and your mornings clearer. Let's end with some final thoughts, words of wisdom, and a message just for you. I know one thing: if you've made it this far, you care about your future, your strength, and your health, and I want you to hear this clearly. It's never too late to make a change. You still have time to regain your vitality, and you're not alone in this journey. Aging can be tough. The pain, stiffness, and fear of falling come gradually, and sometimes it can feel like your body is betraying you, but the truth is, you can take control. It doesn't require drastic measures. Instead, make smart, small changes, one meal, one fruit, and one decision at a time. The fruits we talked about today aren't inherently bad, but they may no longer be the best choice for your current health needs. And that's okay, because growing older isn't about giving up. It's about being more informed and making wiser choices. When you start eating mindfully and choose foods that support your strength, circulation, and joint health, you'll notice less pain, more flexibility, smoother mornings, and lighter steps. That's the real purpose of this discussion: not to instill fear or limit your choices, but to empower you to take better care of yourself. I'd love to hear from you. Share what you've learned today and the changes you're ready to make in the comments section below. We all grow when we share our experiences, so let's support each other. If this video has been helpful to you or has even opened your eyes a little, please hit the like button. Click subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any information that could transform your health. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell before you go. If you found this video useful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. You might not realize how much your feedback matters. Stay strong, stay observant, and always remember that your legs carry your independence. Take good care of them.